Thanks for tuning in. My name is Lisa. This is the Sound 228, and I have a very special guest in studio today. This Boston-based pop metal band began in 2018. You may have seen them at Blue Ridge Rock Festival or at Louder in Life. I play them all the time on my Ladies Night show. They just released a new song called Victim off of their upcoming album, The Pain That Makes Us Grow. I am very proud to announce them as my Ladies Night Artist Spotlight for March. Please welcome to the studio, Major Moment.
Hello, world.
Hello.
It's so
Hello,
good
Lisa.
to meet you. Hi, it's so nice
Hi.
to meet you finally, Sasha.
Oh, nice to meet you too. Thank you for playing our music, and it's nice to be on your show.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you guys so much. For people who might not be familiar with Major Moment, can you go ahead and just introduce yourselves and tell everyone what you do in the band, and let's get a little bit of insight as to how the project began and where you got your band name.
Right. So I guess I'll start.
Okay.
My name is Andre. I'm the vocalist in the band, and I write a little bit of production. I play a little bit of keyboard, and.
My name is Sasha, and I'm also a vocalist in a band and also play some synths. And we write and produce our videos and do pretty much all the work
that we can't be doing almost.
We do work required, which is a lot.
Right. We do work with other people, not to say that we're, self-produced band or anything, but we help with production and we help, to bring the overall vision to life, right?
That's right.
So going back to the story of Major Moment, right, and how it started, the funny thing that it's probably like one of the biggest challenges for any band, especially nowadays, that there are so many bands out there, to come up with a name that is not taken yet, and yet it's like a name that you like. So. It's been definitely a painful process of going through different options and like coming up with it. But like once we had Major Moment on our minds, we felt like that was it. And actually, Sasha was like, "Yep, that's exactly the name that we should take."
And Sasha was not even a part of the band at that point,
right.
Which is ridiculous.
Funny enough,
but
true.
So when it started in 2018, how did it begin for you?
So I started, looking for, I always wanted to be a part of the band, and I always wanted to have my band, right? But instead of starting the band myself, I guess the first thing I wanted to do is to like gain some experience or something, right, so to speak. So I was going through ads on Craigslist, and I found looking for a band that is looking for a vocalist.
Mm-hmm.
So I found the band. They were looking for a vocalist. I went to audition for them. They were on the older side, but I told them right away, like that, I want to take this project as far as I can take it, right? And like it's going to require everybody to work to the max, to put the maximum effort. It's going to require some obviously financial investments, time, everything. And they were like, yeah, totally, let's do it. So they accepted me as a vocalist. We started, rehearsing, and soon enough, it wasn't even. I think it was after the first show that people started to kind of fall off the train, so to speak, because like they were like, "I'm too old for this." Like, like I don't know social media. I don't know what you want from me. Like,
Yep.
I don't do computers. I don't do DAWs. I don't do Logic or Pro Tools or any of that. Like, I'm just here to play a guitar. And like, there are some obviously additional skills that band members are kind of required to have, whether you like it or not. Like, it's just the sad reality right now. Like everybody's a, social media guru nowadays.
Well, how do you break through the noise? You have to present yourself, and the first thing that is available is social media, right?
Right.
You have to record those videos. You have to promote yourself.
Yeah, you
Oh.
have to be like a lighting rig specialist, a filmmaker, a videographer, photographer to a certain extent, a graphic designer, marketing person, all of that stuff, right? So in order to be successful, and it's always good like when you have somebody who's like a real pro when it comes to that, right? Like and they're also in the band, so like an in-house producer,
Right.
or in-house
Well,
maker. And there are some bands who actually have that going on for them, like some of our friends in like Set for Tomorrow or Poet the Band, those guys
well,
are killing it.
you got really lucky though, because when you met Sasha, Sasha happens to run your social media, right? Am I correct? You actually make a lot of the videos and a lot of the content that people see across
That's
major
right.
moment platforms. So when did you meet Sasha and how did she get added to the band? Sasha, when did you come aboard?
So major moment at that time. I was backstage helping out Andre to like set up the website and do some photos at shows, and I also love music, and I love singing myself. And so there was one last minute show that Andre agreed to play, and unfortunately, band members at that time did not learn any harmonies whatsoever. And I happen to know all the lyrics of all the songs, obviously, because they were made right next door in our home studio. So I just offered myself I just offered help, and
Right. And to act like a backing vocalist, right?
yeah,
For one
just
show
to help
only.
on the backing vocals and see what happens, and just to add some performance element. And they agreed, and since then I was joining all the practices and slowly became a member.
Right. The thing about why she wasn't originally in the band, also, which is worth mentioning, is because I was absolutely against this idea.
Yeah.
So, because like I had some background in like running businesses and all of that, and I know for the fact that involving your loved ones or your family or your friends in like a business side of things is not necessarily the best case, and it doesn't work out 100% of the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it does work out sometimes, and there are obviously some examples where like a husband and wife bands out there that are super successful. But like I just didn't want to make. I just wanted to make sure that our relationship is not going to be in jeopardy because of some band conflicts or like business related.
So
conflicts.
silly, right? It's crazy.
Oh, you think
No,
so? Okay.
I think it's actually a very important thing to consider. But I'm glad that he went ahead and did that because I think you bring a really great element vocally to the music. So let's talk
Thank you.
about. You're very welcome. Let's talk about Louder Than Life last year. You guys got a unbelievable, magical break last year when you happened to have a chance meeting with Jose Mangan and Vinny, the production manager for Octane. I'm sorry, the program director for Octane. There are so many bands that would kill to be at a festival and just happen to have that interaction. Can you tell us what happened? How did it go down? And what has been the impact of what I'm going to call the Octane effect?
It was a great story, and we came to one of the days we came to support our friends at the.
Well, they weren't our friends back then. They were just the band that we were following at that point, Sleep Theory.
Yeah,
right?
Sleep Theory, and I decided to go backstage because I could, because we were performing,
Right.
and I saw Vincent over there standing backstage on the side of the stage, and the band happened to have some technical difficulties
Right.
at
And
that time.
Jose was introducing the band as well, right?
Yeah.
So he was there as well. Yeah.
And so I decided to go for it and introduce myself and just have a friendly conversation. I don't know where it's gonna go, and I didn't know back then, and just wanted to. We were like looking to stay in contact with with the Octane people for so long, and so that meeting was very important. And I gave him our CD,
which we just happened to, bring to the festival. The CD is actually.
Yep, and we just continued our conversation. I didn't think that it's gonna lead to anything, and then we talked after the show with them again, and kind of took some pictures that we posted then on social media, and it was just awesome experience.
Yeah, they were just like friendly people, like we hung out for a couple of minutes, chatted for a couple of minutes, and then that was it. And we were like, well, that's probably nothing,
Yep.
If they wanted to find us and if they wanted to hear our music, they would have by now, right?
Yeah, who listens to CDs anyways nowadays?
Right.
So like, whatever, I just gave it to them. And so after we came back, after a couple of days, Vincent just texted us on DM on Instagram that, you guys, I listened to the album and I really like Toxic, and it's going to be played on Test Drive tomorrow.
Right.
We're like, what?
Right.
Right.
Yep.
And so then comes the all-nighter to make the content for the.
That's right.
Yeah. For you guys going to Test Drive. So
right.
They started playing Toxic. It did go into Test Drive. It was added for rotation. And then you also, they also wound up adding Overcome. What has the effect been on the band? Have you noticed an uptick in streams, in followers, etc., and or fan engagement?
Definitely.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. So, the first effect that we've noticed is a lot of people started to come in on our YouTube videos out of all places, and, commenting, I found you through Octane. I like this so much. How come I never heard of you guys before? All of the good stuff. So, like, at first it was like, a few comments, but then it turned into like dozens of comments, and we're like, oh, okay, that's what's happening, right? And people are like, you think like people are listening to it like all the time, but some people just like tune in for like an hour, maybe a week, like when they're driving somewhere, right? And our song might not necessarily be in that time slot, the time slot, right? So like, of course, any band like expects to wake up famous next day, right? Like, but that's not necessarily what's going to happen. We did notice an uptick in streams. We did notice, quite a few, definitely a few thousands of views on our music videos. Like I mentioned, dozens of comments. And people are going above and beyond, buying our merch, buying our album, which is very important because that's how people can support us, and like that's how we can afford to move forward with the next releases.
That's right.
Producing better music videos, better artwork,
But also, like, from the side of listeners. We had some bigger numbers, but also a couple of management deals that we were considering,
right.
Which is cool. Like, it's also like we're started to pop up in the industry as well, which is great.
Some other bands also reached out to us and like, they were kind of saying, oh, like, respect to you guys, we dig your songs as well. So which is good. So it's just giving us, some respect, which is
it's an
amazing,
opportunity also for you to network with other bands,
absolutely.
and then potentially open up the doors to go ahead and get on tours, opening slots, etc., so more people can hear your music and see you perform live.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're totally open to all of that, and I think it's gonna happen sooner or later. So
we just met with Sleep Theory as well at their show in Boston with Beartooth, and it was an incredible show, and we got to chat again. It was great. We forgot to post the pictures, which
we'll do soon, right?
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm just so excited for you guys. I love what you're doing, and I'm so excited for this new album, The Pain That Makes Us Grow. We were just talking about the album. You've got such beautiful variants for sale.
Thank you.
Absolutely stunning. I'm curious about the artwork. How did you land on that artwork?
Sasha, you wanna?
Of course,
Very unusual. I think it's
Yes,
very
it
unusual.
is.
It's fresh.
It's a very special album for us. That we consider this album the best thing that we've done so far.
And coincidentally, the first.
Yeah, the first. Well, okay.
Sasha,
all the
you're a humble
songs,
soul.
it's a first full-length album. We had a couple of EPs before. Okay, that's details.
Right.
So for that
We were
special
let's say
occasion-
we were very excited, right? For us as a emergent band to come up with the first full-length album.
That's right.
And we spent a lot of time in the studio. Most time that we've
Creating.
ever spent, right, at once, and
So-
it was a big process for us.
we decided to step up a little bit in terms of branding and updating our logos, and we're looking for a full package with like a complete layout for the vinyl and for the CD,
As well as logos as well, and help with branding.
That's
Right.
right. And I was
Was
researching different designers and artists, and I happened to found Kevin Moore from Soft Surrogate. Just contacted him out of nowhere, and we didn't have any connections. He's a huge designer. He was making art for Spirit Box, of Mice and Men,
Love and Death, Dance Gavin Dance.
His artwork is
those
are
tiny
incredible.
bands, right?
And so I was not even like expecting for him to reply to me, but he did, and he listened to the album and got very excited and liked all that we're doing and helped us make this beautiful artwork.
Well, I love how it carries over though to the vinyls, because isn't there a flower, like a almost flowery pressed one
Yep.
that you have?
Definitely.
You've got so many different colors. It's absolutely stunning. And the merchandise that you have to go along with it is also really beautiful. And the only way that people can actually hear the full album is if they go to your merch store and buy it, because we don't have a release date yet, correct?
You
Correct,
got it.
Right. We're
That's
doing
right.
it in a weird or unique way, where we have an album available to everybody who wants to support us as a band and pick up a copy on vinyl or CD, and then they can hear it basically this week, right?
That's right.
But for the rest of the world, if people want to get it on streaming, they can. We're just going to be releasing the rest of the songs, which there are currently 7 unreleased songs, as singles once every couple of months. So we're probably going to release them all by late this year, or I would say hopefully we're going to release them late this year.
Okay.
The next
and-
year.
well, You just released a new song titled Victim. Go ahead, and if you could just give us some insight into what's going on with that. Like, give us some insight into the meaning of the song, what your thoughts were behind it. I know you just shot the music video. What's the concept there?
Well, right. To begin with, we're giving you guys a little bit of a hint and a little bit of a preview. If you're paying attention to details and to the background, believe it or not, that's not how we usually do interviews. This is not our normal setting for interviews, but we just decided to go above and beyond, and if we're releasing Victim, right, and trying to promote it, we might as well just use this as a backdrop for this interview, right?
Why not?
Sasha, what do you think about the song? Like, how did the song came about, and what meanings does it have for us?
It has a very special meaning. The full album as a whole was written in times where we experienced a lot of pain and
right,
frustration.
Hence the name of the title of the album.
We're originally from Russia, and whatever is happening right now is just horrible. And so it was very difficult to deal with that. So we decided to turn all of that into art, and wrote a bunch of songs. And Victim is one of those songs that is directly came to be from our conversations with our parents, who unfortunately don't see eye to eye with us on multiple topics, very
Right.
important topics. So the song is talking about the person who is stuck in the past and for whatever reason cannot get out, cannot think about their future, and instead just dragged into that nostalgic feeling that doesn't let go.
Right. When I was younger, the grass was greener, the music was better, rock and roll, all of that good stuff. So
So in terms of the videos, we decided to explore the song from different points of view. So we just released a visualizer that I made myself that is kind of looking at the song from the breakup standpoint, which you can also hopefully relate to. But the music video is taken whole another level. You can see this beautiful setup. It looks very old.
We're taking you to the good old times. Or were they, right?
Yeah.
Right.
All right,
So it's gonna be an interesting experience for sure. Like we were, preparing to shoot this music video for over a year. We ordered a bunch of props from overseas, some of which can be seen in the background right now.
Yeah.
But not all. We got a whole bunch of them. We worked for a long time to make this project happen and like to make it look exactly like we wanted it to be, like, because we wanted to represent this topic that is very important to us and very personal to us. That might be like one of the most sensitive topics.
That's right.
That we've touched upon to this day, right? So we wanted to make sure that people understand what we're trying to what narrative we're
There
trying
is
to
some
convey.
explanation to happen, of course, because we had this conversation before when we were talking about the music video idea, whether or not it's even like relatable or people
Right.
can understand what we're talking about, because it's like very specific to us. But I think there's beauty in that.
Right. For
I think
sure.
everyone can relate to family conflict and maybe not always seeing eye to eye with their families on very serious topics that, sometimes are polarizing, aren't they?
Yeah,
And
For sure.
it can make you see people in a way that you don't want to see them. They become more human to you and they suddenly have flaws that you didn't really know existed. And it brings your relationship into under the microscope. Would you say? Or is that pictures? It looks like to me like you've got Russian. Are those Russian newspapers?
Yes, they are Soviet
they are
newspapers.
Soviet. Yeah, so
And
the
Soviet
music
pictures.
video is a Soviet theme. That's one of the issues that some people are going through right now in Russia, that they're saying how good those old good days, how good everything was,
Right.
regardless of all the terrible stuff that was happening. That is all forgotten. And
Right. Human memory is kind of a weird thing, right? Like it can totally erase like all negatives or all positives sometimes, and just keep whatever's safe and important to the person,
yeah,
but
I
not.
think too, when you're living in a place of fear all the time and you're
Yep.
not right, you have to you have to put yourself in that position. You have to constantly look towards the special moments that you felt were that little teeny ray of sunlight, because then it makes the fearful moments, that it gives it a break for a little while. So
that's right.
sometimes it's just really, really tough when you're living in a constant state of fear to be able to try and see what it might be like if you're not.
Sometimes it's even a subconscious fear.
Right.
They don't even realize.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's what's tough about it. That's why it's so hard for us to talk with our parents now.
Right.
Well, I look forward to seeing the music video for that. I'm really enjoying your new release. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn up the happy. So sorry. What is a fun fact about each of you that our viewers would be surprised to know? Do you have a hidden talent? Do you play an instrument that no one would expect? Or are you secretly a clown juggler? Like, tell us something that would be surprising but fun for our viewers to know about you.
Right. So I wanted to say this before when you were talking about Sasha's skills and like how I was how I was lucky to find Sasha, who's managing all the social media, right? But all the skills that Sasha are like pretty good at, right now, and like great at, as very often. All those skills were acquired in the past like 6 years. Like she learned a lot from scratch. Graphic design, website design, film editing, right?
Yeah,
photo
lighting,
editing,
color grading,
right? All of that good
A lot
stuff.
of
So, I don't know if she still has any hidden talents.
Oh,
but
I do.
Okay, but I'm sure we have. She can definitely
Are
be
you an
described
ice
as
sculptor? A secret ice sculptor?
Yeah,
Are you?
I'm a
make
pro
people go from
tennis
scratch?
player.
You're a what?
I used to be a pro tennis player. Yep, and I traveled the world to play tournaments and had a high ranking. I was in the top 500 in the world. So that's my fun fact. Also, I was making beautiful cakes.
Yeah, she's a pastry chef as well.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So I wasn't lying when I told you like she's a person of many talents, right? Like I don't know, like she keeps surprising me with all this stuff as well, So, but I guess that's the beautiful thing, isn't it?
Hey, I love when I find out something about somebody that I didn't know, and it winds up being a great thing. Like definitely, if you're a pastry chef, if you lived closer, I'd be on my way to your house.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. So
unfortunately, cakes have to wait a little bit.
Unfortunately, all talents end there.
No, stop.
Right.
Come on now. You've got to have something that we don't know about that's a hidden talent, something that, or even a passion of yours. What is it that you enjoy outside of music?
I have no idea, Alyssa. Yeah, you got me on the spot right there.
Any fun facts?
I used to enjoy video games, but I guess of all, that's not a real talent, is it? Because I'm not doing it professional. I'm not making money from it, and like I actually suck at playing video games as well. So that's a fun fact. How about that?
Well,
we might as well just end this interview now.
Wow, it got really dark over here.
I know.
What's wrong with you?
I mean, maybe we could explore that. Do you want to list the things that are kidding? The things that you find wrong with Audrey? No, let's not do that. We won't do that. Have you had any additional tour opportunities? Because one of the things that I'm screaming for the loudest, I want to see you live. I want to see you anywhere on the East Coast. If you're within like a 300-mile radius of my house, I will go. Have you had any opportunities knocking for tours or to be able to play?
Yeah, we should have one opportunity that we cannot talk about it right now, but it's going to be announced very soon, hopefully.
Right.
And we're still exploring other tours and opportunities always. It just takes a lot of time, and obviously tours planned way in advance. So
right.
It's a lot of work, and we just started to work with a booking agent. Right.
Mm-hmm. I guess so. I guess that's one of the sides of Major Moment that is currently, currently needs a lot more development, than we have that right now. So we didn't have a lot of opportunities presented to us, and we also don't feel like for us it's the right time to just go on any tour whatsoever. Just hop in the car or hop in the van, like, which we, by the way, spoiler alert, we don't have one. So that problem also needs to be solved, right?
It's expensive.
Yeah.
They are expensive, right? Like, and we don't want to buy just like a junk van that is gonna break down like after the second show, which
That's
happens.
part of the adventure.
I don't know if I want to sign
adventure.
up. I don't know if I want to sign up for that, Lisa. To
Social
be-
media
to be honest with
content.
you.
Come on, pictures on the side of the road with the broken down van yet again. We're trying
Right.
to get to
And
your
like
show.
I've seen plenty of those on my
Right.
social media feed from other people, and I always like,
Oh
face
my
palming,
God.
like, why does it always happen like that? But yeah, so everything is expensive, and touring is crazy expensive, and we would like to play the shows that matter to us. We want to have an audience there. We don't want to just play shows for the sake of playing shows in front of a bartender.
I mean,
and
we've done
other...
that before, to play shows for the sake of playing and kind of get ourselves out there and show it to the audience. I guess the industry changed a lot
Right.
from previous days when you just play as many shows as you can, and that's how you get your audience. Nowadays, it's all different. I feel like it's more important to have a strong presence online so people want to come to your show, and then we can make it happen. So we're kind of working on that.
Yeah, I think 1,000%. Your social media is of equal importance to the quality of your music. If you have great music, but you have no social media presence, no one is going to know about you. By the same token, if you have got a great social media presence, but you don't have the quality tracks to back it up, it's not going to, it's literally a 50-50. So you guys definitely have all of those components in line, and they are working for you. You guys are absolutely fantastic. I especially love going into your back catalog. And I'm really excited to just feature you all month long on Ladies Night, 3 songs every single week. So stoked about this.
Amazing. Thank you.
I'm so excited about it. And if people are looking to find you, where can they find you?
Anywhere.
Literally anywhere. Right. We're on all social media platforms.
We're not on Snapchat, and we're not yet.
Not yet.
And where else?
We just started Threads. We just signed up for Threads last night. So we're there now as well.
So Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Twitter.
YouTube. YouTube is probably one of the most important platforms.
Sign up for our TikTok. We need to grow our TikTok big time. So we just started doing that recently. I was avoiding TikTok for my whole life, but I guess it's. I guess that's the name of the game.
Right.
So we're doing that too.
See, I wanted to comment on that from the previous topic of playing shows, right? Like whether we like it or not, like this is the way things are right now, that one viral video on TikTok can break the band, and that's when they're gonna have sold out shows and tours and everything like that. And that's actually partially what happened to Sleep Theory as well, right?
Yeah.
Because they first posted a snippet of their song on TikTok, I believe, and it kind of blew up. So from that, they got a lot of attention that got them going. All right.
Yeah. I also have to mention that we have new members that are very proactive in terms of like creating content and getting themselves, like helping us to get our name out there. So Colton on guitar is now responsible for TikTok and helping all of us to create more content so we can take over the world.
Right. And obviously we're on all streaming platforms as well. Like whatever you're listening to music on, like we're there. But one of the most important platforms aside from like TikTok and Instagram is YouTube, because we try to pay the utmost attention to our music videos. Whether some people say music videos are dead, their time is gone, there's no more MTV, all of that good stuff, right?
Right.
It's still a form of art, first and foremost, or it can be if you put enough attention into details, and like if you have a good story to tell. Obviously, if you're all you're shooting are performance-based videos, maybe they are dead, but not for us. We think that's a way of self-expression, form of art, and that's where you can take a look at our music videos that we've released to date on YouTube, And we still
is
have
everything at Major? Is it just Major Moment, or do you have Major Moment Band? What is the handle where people can find you across your social media platforms?
so they vary from platform to the platform, unfortunately. But like if you just put in search box,
We were
Major
thinking
Moment,
about
you'll find
changing
us.
that, but we'll see.
Right.
Yeah, Facebook and TikTok is Major Moment, just one word. Instagram is Major.moment. Twitter is
just
Major Moment Band.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And our website is majormomentband.com.
All right. Well, thank you both so much. It was such a pleasure speaking with you. Head on over to Major Moments website. Go check out their vinyls, check out their merch. They've got a lot of really great stuff on there. And I look forward to finally seeing that video for Victim. Thank you so much for your time, guys.
Thank you so much, Lisa,
Thank
for
you so
having us. We
much.
appreciate you. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks.
Woo!